What is your true potential? Do you know? If someone is always distracting you, it means that you'll never have time to find it, because your attention is on them and the years are ticking by. There's so many people who sat themselves down and wrote down on paper a plan for their lives. 2-year plans and 5-year plans. And they have done, and they will do, any amount of research and training and hard work to get where they want to be, because they know it won't be easy, but they know hard work brings results. The only vital ingredient to get the engine to work is for you to put your foot on the gas. This is how you decide how it's going to be. You have to be able to manage your life, and not your life to manage you. They are the ones who make it, because they have a vision and they want to get from here to here. They know that any battle starts with oneself. Are you going to be a non-starter? Are you going to be fearless? Good morning. Do you know that in a race, all runners run, but only one receives the prize? Everything starts with you, my friend. Train yourself to be a doer and not a talker. If you're going to do something tomorrow, can you trust yourself 100% to do it? And if people make plans, can they rely on themselves to always get started, to get going, to get it done? Your willpower, or your will, is your personality. It is a personality. It can work for you or it can work against you. It can let you down or it can lift you up. Don't let those demons control your willpower, because if they do, you will never ever finish a project. You will always give up and give in halfway through. Listen, your life is in your hands. Your life is what you make it. It doesn't matter who tells you the odds are against you and the cards are stacked against you. Ignore them. Don't listen. They are there to knock you down and not to build you up. If they know nothing, because you have something inside of you. You're not going to find any support and any motivation in haters, my friend. You know who they are. So it's time to stop listening to them. They're counterproductive to your growth. Never confide in a hater, because they're experts in negative energy and they want to download that onto you, download that energy onto you. Whenever people criticize you, it means they're watching you. They're watching your every move. And they engage in constant criticism of you. I think you must have realized by now, my friends, that life is very, very hard. In my opinion, some people are following a mass deception of the world, but the ones who really make it have a will and a determination to try things out, positive things for themselves. They want to test themselves because they want to get better at stuff. Can I really do that? I don't know, but guess what? I'm going to try. The fear of failure to not be listened to. Small failures are good if you use them to learn. If you want to give things a second try, if you want to keep pushing forwards, then those small failures will help you. Of course, you will get better and better at what you're doing. It's all part of the learning process, my friend. You need to allow yourself to follow your own path of excellence. Excellence, yes. You can achieve great things when you try and when you don't give up. If you stay away from dodgy people, if you know something is bad for you, then why do you do it? And then complain about it later. We have to use our basic common sense. We have to clear the garbage out of the pathway of life. We have to choose and decide if we want to be foolish or sensible. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But many people want to be foolish. You will always wave the white flag of surrender because your willpower is your energy and your motivation. Morning. But you know nothing is impossible if you have the correct positive willpower. Listen, you can learn anything you want to do, anything. You've got 2 arms and 2 legs and a brain. And God gave you hands as well. So get creative and learn something. You might stumble onto something. You might have a natural ability for something that you never knew you had, that you're destined to do. Don't chase the crowds. Don't chase the people. Let me tell you of a story, okay? I knew a family who had a son. The son was very talented at soccer. You might call it soccer, we call it football. The son was an apprentice football player at a big club in the UK. He wasn't even born in the UK, but he came here just because of his natural ability. They scouted him from another country. Well, at first, he was doing so well with the club, but unfortunately, we took his eyes off his purpose. He started getting mixed up with the wrong kind of people, you know, wasting his money, chasing girls. It was only with him for what they could get, for who he was. And he started smoking weed. The club noticed that he wasn't making the grade. They sold him to a smaller club. But guess what? The smaller club never rated him because of his lack of positive energy, because of his lack of his will to win. They noticed it. His work effort wasn't enough. He had skill, but the demons had already found a home inside of him. And because of his behaviour off the pitch, this led to his decline, his downfall. Then the smaller club got rid of him altogether, and he ended up eventually going back to his native country. It could have been so different. It could have been so great if he would have stayed focused, single-minded and dedicated. This is what happens when you lose your vision and you get lazy to follow your purpose. You get distracted. So many people go down this road, I'm telling you, and they will always wonder why they never kept hold of their precious dream. Do you have the courage and the determination to keep going. Sometimes you need to step out alone. I know what I'm talking about, and I know I'm talking to someone today. Friends come and friends go. But I'm telling you, they very rarely have your best interests at heart. They want to have fun, and that won't get you anywhere. Fun will have you in the bars and the clubs. And my friend, that is the biggest waste of time ever. Sacrifice yourself, and then you will find success. Sacrifice of giving up useless things. That will lead you to great success, because you're disciplining your mind. But you know, the key to life is a positive mindset, dedication, and sacrifice. That will lead you being the master of whatever you want to do. Stay away from drugs, okay? If you ever took drugs yesterday, throw them in the trash today. Do it. Don't destroy what God has beautifully made. Stand up to your demons, okay? Take charge of your future. Every bad distraction or substance that goes into your life, that's gone into your life, has to go today. It's not an option for you to get sidetracked. You have to stay connected to your purpose. The world is hard enough, so don't make it worse for yourself. Don't be your own worst enemy. You had a dream, you had a vision, you had a goal. Get yourself back on it as soon as possible. You need to get back up to the position that you was in before. You went off course, you went off track, and the grass wasn't greener, was it? So now that you've come back to your senses, the only option is for you to stay focused. No one's going to hold your hand. You don't have a personal coach. You've got your own mind, and that's it. But your mind has to be obedient to your goals and dreams. So it's essential that you don't waste time. Not a week, not a month, not a year. Just imagine what you can do, what you can learn just in 1 month. Maybe I'm going on a bit, maybe I'm rambling on, but so many people nowadays are falling to the wayside. Maybe they never had any guidance. Maybe they never listened to any kind of practical advice. Well, here's some today for someone to listen to. And it's for all ages. And I like doing it because I know what matters. I've been through it myself. Sometimes you have to listen to someone who doesn't, the people who don't even know us, the people who have no connection to us, who are totally unbiased and detached from us. Sometimes that little bit of positive advice can be just what you need to give you a push. It's like divine guidance. That can be the one thing that turns your light back on, that turns your life around. Because in this world, we have to stay focused, we have to stay alert. Because demons and people are waiting for you to mess up. The demons and people who lead you astray. And then you've got to pick up the pieces afterwards. But if you stay strong and aware of the traps and the tricks, you'll be okay. You can start by listening carefully to this video. This is like a wise old uncle who's seen it all, who's done it all. And I want to pass on a few positive tips, a few stories that might help you on your way. Tips, T-I-P-S, that you'll always remember and you'll never forget, because there's so many ways to get it wrong and there's not many ways to get it right. Do you know somebody who wants to win, they will know there's many obstacles along the way, many rejections and many refusals from people who basically, they want to see you fail. But regardless of whether someone cheers you on or curses you off, it doesn't matter, because the outcome will be the same, my friend. You're not giving up today, any day. Did you ever see somebody who totally gave up? Listen, I'm not going against anyone, but when people give up, every other word that comes out of their mouth is a curse word and a swear word. They don't look great. They don't smell great. They live day by day, day to day. You know? It's not nice to see. They don't like anything on anybody, including themselves. They're totally not with it in their mind. Look, I'm not here to laugh and joke and point the finger at anyone. I don't do that. I wish everybody could make it. I wish the prisons weren't full. I wish they were empty. But people make their own choices. And they might say, you don't know what I've been through. And I will say, because I've been through the trenches myself. But if someone can't get themselves on the right track and stay on the right track, if they can do it, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see people flourish. That's why Jesus knows all the pain that we could have possibly gone through and what we're going through right now, because he's lived through it himself. He's walked through it himself and he suffered for it. For everyone who says you don't know what it's like, there's just as many people who say, yes, we do know what it's like, but you've got to get back on your horse and keep riding, even if the saddle feels painful, because that's the way life is. Once you get going, you will stay going, and then you will come, and then things will come naturally to you. Everything will fall back into place, I'm telling you. There's no shortcuts to success. You've got to put one foot in front of the other and make things happen. This is why people who went through very tough upbringings tend to do well, because they've had that training. They expect the storms of life to come their way, and they're not surprised when they do. But other people who didn't have it tough are shocked when they go through really bad times. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why this is. I'll tell you the answer. The guys who went through hell in their childhoods went through it for a good reason, so that later on in life they can help others. Oh yes, that's the truth. Not all of us are the same, my friends. All of us didn't go through the same things. This is how God works. Certain people went through the pits. They went through the trenches. They went through the gutter. But they dragged themselves up. And God uses these people to help others, because They proved their salt. They proved their worth. And they proved that they will be useful to help other people. My friends, I thank you so much for listening. It's been a blessing to me. It's been an honor to me. This is a kind of a motivational video. You know, I'm starting to do some of these because I know it matters. I know it helps. I know it uplifts people. I know it encourages people. So this is what I enjoy doing, because it all leads to knowing Jesus. It all leads to you becoming a greater and a better person. And this is the essence of my channel. Okay? Thank you so much for listening on this cold Tuesday morning in December. My friends, peace and blessings to you. It's been an honor and it's been a pleasure. Take care. Have a great week. Stay focused. Keep your faith. Stay strong. Shalom, baby. Shalom. Bye-bye.